No, it's not. Oh my gosh. Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. Welcome to the first YouTube review for This Is My Bourbon Podcast YouTube channel. I'm Perry. I'm the host of This Is My Bourbon Podcast. If you're new here, if you're not yet subscribed, please do so. It's the first YouTube review. Yay! We finally made it. Finally got to it. I've been meaning to do this for a long freaking time. I mean, what have I been doing the podcast for? Like 3.5 years now, guy? Like, come on. Like, I should have been doing videos. I'm just out of breath from thinking about it for so long. Anyway, thank you all so much for being here. I wanted to open this up with a little magic trick. Ty Gallenback is gonna hate me for this. Also, world's best shuffler. First try, nailed it. Let's do it one more time for posterity, of course, because we're all about perfection here at This Is My Bourbon Podcast on YouTube. Is that just a card that explains? It's not even a playing card. That's just a card that explains how bourbon's made. I don't know, man. Okay, let's shuffle. Perfect. I'm gonna let you just pick a card. Just pick a card, okay? Just any. Do it, okay? You know what? I'm not gonna look either. I should probably not look. Okay? Have you picked it? Okay, put it back. I'm gonna expertly shuffle these again because I'm the best shuffler, as we've already established. Oh, incredible. Now, if I cut the deck once and a second time in the middle, and I take this and then I think I forgot how the trick works. Here's another one of those stupid how bourbon is made cards. Freaking ever. Okay, hopefully that wasn't your card. If I did this right, this one on top is definitely your card, right? Okay, let me know in the comments below whether or not that was your card. Okay, so what's awesome is that aside from my incredible magic skills, I really like bourbon. I don't know if you guys know that about me or not. I've been doing this podcast for, like I said, like 3.5 years. So I wanted to open this up with a pretty cool and unique review. It's a first time that I've gotten to try this. Well, I've tried it before because I do the like Fred Minnick thing where I try to drink it at least like 3 times before I do a review on it. But anyway, it doesn't matter. So because I used the Maker's Mark card set that I got from Maker's Mark for being an ambassador, we're going to review, clunkiness, the Maker's Mark FAE-01. It's the first 2021 release of their wood finishing series, finished with 10 virgin toasted American oak staves, 110.6 proof, and I guess we're putting it in the 8-year-old range, 7 or 8-year-old range. Really nice amber color on there. America. I figured I have to do that for Matt Porter of ADHD Whiskey, since this is my first YouTube review, and he's a good guy, even when he forgets to name me for things. But that's okay, Matt. I'm not salty at all. I'm not as salty as the tears that you cried into my microphone when you came and recorded a podcast with me for the first time. I'm not salty. Let's drink bourbon. What I love about these Maker's Wood Finishing Series products is that they have always done a great job of expanding upon what makes Maker's so immediately recognizable and unique. They are, in and of themselves, classic bourbon. It's what a lot of people just associate with bourbon right off the bat. And to be quite honest, it's one of the first bourbons that I remember being around when I was growing up. My dad was a big Maker's Mark fan. So naturally, it was one of those that I had to try for the first time. And I didn't like it initially, kind of, came around to it after a little while, but for the most part, it's just not my favorite. I really do like the cast strength stuff. I thought that 46 cast strength was really good as well, but this wood finishing series is really where they kind of stepped up their game. Let's talk about the nose. It's a very well-pronounced nose. It's very like silky, and which is not maybe that's not the best word when you're talking about a nose. Oh boy, first episode jitters. But it's very rich in those standard bourbon flavors, of course. I think the caramel is really coming through. There's a really, really unique cherry note too. It's kind of like those dark cherries, not necessarily maraschino cherries, but the real ones, whatever you want to call real. I don't know, man. Sitting kind of towards the back as well. I mean, like there's kind of a very pronounced chocolate note, I would say too. I said sitting towards the back end. It's very pronounced. Make up your mind. It is quite pronounced, but you're not really going to pick it up unless you're diving in for it a little bit. And it's not dark chocolate. I think it goes a little bit more milk chocolate, but it is still, I love it. It's good. It's a really well-balanced nose. I think that makers just killed it with the nose on this one, if we're being honest. So that's enough about smelling. What about tasting? Because that's what most of us do with bourbon, right? I do, I mean, like 90% of that. But that is spectacular. Oh man. I put a tweet out about a week ago, as we're recording this, where I said that Maker's FAE-01 is going to give everything else a run for its money as far as limited and allocated releases go. And truly, after having this again, I think that it's absolutely true. It is rich, it is decadent, it's got a creme brulee note on it that I'm just in love with, man. I think it's so good. I think that they just really stepped up their game, especially after the past couple of years. And yeah, they had great releases in the wood finishing series, but this one takes the cake. They did it. They really did it right with the FAE-01. The finish is nice and long. It makes you kind of salivate a little bit, makes you want to go back for another sip, maybe get a drink of water in between. I don't know, because that 110 proof, it's present. It doesn't shy away from it by any means. You're aware of the proof. Is that a thing people say? There's even like a honeysuckle note on the nose that I'm kind of picking up a little bit more of too as I'm spending some time with it, and it is good, man. It's really good. I think that if this is the direction that Makers is taking with their wood finishing series, they are going to be hitters 100% of the time. They're never going to have a miss. And I'm not saying that this is perfect, but it is so well balanced, so full of flavor, and it just makes me want to go back and have more of it. And as you can see, I've got about a third of the bottle down. I'm probably going to save this for a little while. I mean, this isn't going to get consumed too often around here. But that being said, I might nip into it every now and then just to kind of give myself a little treat. And I'll be sharing it with other people as well. So with the podcast, we normally have a review system of nose, palate, finish, and price. Each category is out of 5, and then we tally it up for a final score out of 20. I'm not going to do that here. This isn't the place for that kind of numeration system, but you can find that in all of our other podcasts in the description of the video down below. So you can go and check that out if you would like to. Get a little bit more in depth with some of our reviews. Talk a little bit more. You know, I like talking. So instead of giving it the numerated review, what I'm gonna do is basically implement a different rating review system here. It's just gonna be yay, nay, or meh. So good, bad, or it's fine. So I'm gonna give this one a yay. I think that people should go pick this up. It's about $55 a bottle. Don't think you're gonna see it for more than about 60. Pretty well available to people. And especially if you can find it at Total Wine for that little bit of a discount, I say go for it. I think that this is absolutely a killer bottle. Maker's Mark, keep doing what you're doing. Do more of this. Do more of this. I wanna see more of this product from you guys. Fantastic stuff. That does it for the very first YouTube video review here on the This Is My Bourbon Podcast YouTube channel. If you have not yet, please go follow the show. It's at My Bourbon Pod on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You can find all of our apparel and merchandise at bourbonshop.threadless.com, except for these Glencairns, which are available at whiskeyambitions.com. Like I said, we only got a few left, so go and check those out. And then become a patron of the show at patreon.com/mybourbonpodcast for as little as $1 a month. And for $5 a month, you get a whole bunch of extra audio content, like the last call and the pregame chats. They come out every week with each episode. It's a really good time. It's super fun. All right, that does it. We'll see y'all for the next episode, but until then, I'm Perry, and this is the Tim Bip YouTube channel.